I must clearly state that politics and elections are no longer giving us the government and the governance that we want as a country. The Gen Zs went to parliament and they made sure that parliament will not come back, but they came back. How much did the IBC spend in elections? And then as an economy, we spent more than 100 billions. Election 2022. So, are we getting the value for our money spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for the time that is spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for the resources that we spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for leadership that we anticipated during elections? No. We are bringing a new dossier very soon. What is the dossier? Kenya bila uchaguzi. I must clearly state that politics and elections are no longer giving us the government and the governance that we want as a country. Kenyans, we went to a general elections 2022. But what did we get? We got a team of leaders that we are desiring today to send home. The Gen Zs went to parliament and they made sure that parliament will not come back, but they came back. What message did they send? That they had already lost trust in the people that they elected 2 years ago. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about a failure of a system? Are we talking about exploration of a system, a new system of birthing government? Are politicians giving us the necessary public service delivery as anticipated? And how much are we paying them as a country? And how much did we spend to bring these politicians on board? Like how much did they spend in general elections campaigning? How much did the IBC spend in elections? And then as an economy, we spent more than 100 billions. Election 2022. 2 years down the line, the 100 billion is going down the drain. Why? Because the politicians are not giving us the services that we have desired as a country. So what is Ambassador Esther bringing on board in the public service governance? We are bringing a new dossier very soon. As much as I'm running for the President of the Republic of Kenya, which I am, my first agenda will be to bring to an end general elections as a way of birthing leadership in this country. It has costed Kenyans enough. Kenyans said we are waking up early, and indeed they woke up early, but to elect who? The leaders that they want to send home 1.5 years after general elections. So, are we getting the value for our money spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for the time that is spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for the resources that we spent in elections? No. Are we getting value for leadership that we anticipated during elections? No. What is the dossier? Kenya bila uchaguzi. We just have to do away with general elections and employ a new system of birthing leadership. I must remind Kenyans that what has a beginning has an end. We started elections since Gen Zs were born. Before Gen Zs were born. Actually, before we were born ourselves. And now, elections have depleted. We are not getting results. We are not getting what we want. So what do? We transit to the next level. And in this regard, we need our progressive governance solution for Kenya will not come from elected leaders. Take this. They always say take it to the bank and take a run with it. That our progressive governance solutions for Kenya will not come from the political class. It will not come from elected politicians. We need managers in government. We need leaders in government. And most of those leaders in government may not necessarily be elected. They may not be the people who know how to make noise so much so that they are elected. They may not be the people who know how to give 200, 300 shillings to be elected. But what we need is not politicians anymore. We need managers in government. So the year 2025 is calling for a paradigm shift. We cannot continue doing things the same way again and expect the same results. Actually, let me say, we need the hand of God actually as a country for us to get the right leaders and the right managers of government. It's only 2 years after general elections and the country is already in a clamor to recall or impeach 90% of elected leaders including Parliament, that has performed below expectations. The scorecard of Parliament is totally below expectations. The best time and the longest time of Parliament they spent on impeachment processes. If not impeachment, they were discussing bills that are not in the best interest of the people of the Republic of Kenya. Parliament is time for a paradigm shift. We cannot do things again the same way. All bills to be discussed in Parliament going forward, there must be bills that are people-centered, that are city-centric, that are citizen-centric, that are taxpayer-centric as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the longest time I've been campaigning for Kenya without elections. We look forward to establishing an alternative system of governance based on vetting and appointment of leaders other than the divisive, expensive, violent, destructive, and tribalistic general elections. What has a beginning has an end. Even the constitution of IBC is already late. I think systems are collapsing. It is very evident. But for brilliant and bright Kenyans, when the electoral system is collapsing, so what is the alternative? The alternative would be vetting and appointment of leaders. We call it public service system of government, where we only vet and appoint leaders. Kenyans, we are aware that the president of the judiciary was not elected. The president of the judiciary was vetted and appointed by the Judicial Service Commission. We would want, going forward, we establish a commission, a governance commission that will be able to vet and appoint the head of state and government. And when they fail to perform, of course, the same system will send them back home. But the current electoral system has failed us totally. I'm running for the 6th president, and my first agenda in my manifesto is to eliminate general elections as a way of birthing leadership and introduce vetting and appointment of all leaders and state officers that serve the people of Kenya.